Yeah, good day everyone. It is good to be back once again. We are moving further more on our topic percentage. Now, on the subtopic under it, the subtopic says percentage increase and decrease. Percentage increase and decrease. Quickly, to find the percentage increase or decrease, let me quickly explain to you what increase means. Increase means increasing, adding to an original amount. You are adding from an original amount or original number given, adding some to it to increase it. That means you are adding to it. Then decrease means you are taking away from an original amount and a number that has been given, you are taking away from it. That means you have decreased. Now, to find the percentage increase and decrease, calculate the percentage on the original amount. You'll be given an amount, then you calculate the percentage of that amount. Now, how is that? This is done by expressing the increase or decrease as a fraction of the original amount. Express the increase or decrease as a fraction of the original amount. Finally, convert the fraction to percentage. Now, let's quickly go to an example here. The first example here says increase 150 by 20%. 150 by 20%. 150 is the original amount. Increase it by 20%. Do not forget, we are told here that we should calculate the percentage on the original amount. This is done by expressing increase or decrease as a fraction of the original amount. Now, express this is the increase by 20% as a fraction of the original amount. This is it. Now, 20% here means 20 over 100. That's to find 20% of 150. That's 20 over 100 multiplied by 150 equals to 30. How do we get 30? Quickly go with me. 20 over 100 multiplied by 150. Now, can quickly go 20 here can go one place. 20 here gives us 5. Okay, this is the same thing as all over 1. 5 here 1. 5 in 15 gives 3. In 0 gives 0. That gives us 30. That is how we come about this 30 we are talking about here. 30. Now add to 150. This is the increase now. The increase now is 30. Now, and they are asked to increase 150 by 20%. We have gotten 20% of 150. That is 30. That is the amount that is increased. Now, we should add it now to the original amount. That is why we have 150 here plus 30 is giving us this 180 we are saying here. Let's quickly go to another example. Example 2 says a certain number increased by 50% becomes 600. What is the number? A certain number increased by 50% becomes 600. What is the number? Now, solution. Let you know here we have they said a certain number. That means that number we don't know. We don't know that number. A number is increased by 50% and it becomes 600. Now let's quickly say let's make that number that we don't know. Let's make it 100%. Represent the number. Let's 100% represent the number. When it is increased by 50% gives 150. Now that's 100% we are talking about. Now when that 100% increases, it becomes 150. You know, the number is increased by 50%, and the number we don't know, we say we represent it by 100. Now when that 100 is increased by this 50%, it becomes this 150. Now, if 150% of the number is now 600, a certain number increased by 50%, that one is 100, then plus 50, it becomes what? 600. That is what we are explaining here. If 150% of the number is 600, so therefore 100% of the number will now be, go back to our explanation there that says we should, this explanation here that says that we should express the increase or decrease as a fraction of the original amount. Now this is what we are doing here. That means 150, the 100% will now be 100 all over 150. That's the increased amount over 150 times 600 gives us 400. How do we do that? 150 over 100. Yes, 150 over 100 over 150 multiplied by 600. This is same thing as all over 1. Quickly, 5 here can go 20 times, 5 here can go 30 times, 10 here can go 2 times, 10 here can go 3 times, 3 here can go 1, 3 in 60 can go 2, then 100, this 0. So we have 2 now times 200. This 2 now times 200 gives us what? 2 times 200 gives us 400. That is how we get we come about our 400 here. Okay, I hope you understand that. Now let's go to another example. Example 3 now says decrease 100 by 40%. Decrease 100 by 40%. Now first find 40% of 100. Like we did in the first place, 40% of 100 now gives us of 100 times 100 gives us 40. How do we do that? You know, we talked about us doing it. 20 here gives us 2, 20 here gives us 5. That's, yes, 20 here gives us 5. Also, we said 20 here gives us 2, 20 here gives us 5. Okay, 5 here gives us 1, 5 in 100 here will give us 20. Now 2 times this 20 here will give us our answer here as 40. Then what? We are now told to do what? Then subtract, because we are doing decrease. Then subtract the result from the original amount. The result we get here, now subtract it from the original amount. What's the original amount? 100 naira. That's 100 minus 40 gives us 60. I hope you understand. Let's go to the next example. That's example 4. There is a mistake here. Now, a certain number decreased by 40% becomes 60. A certain number decreased by 40% becomes 60. What is the number? Now, we know, like I told you in the earlier on, that a certain number, that number we are not told. So we said we should represent that number as 100%. Now they said is decreased by 40%. Now when 100% is decreased by 40%, it becomes 60. That's what we are telling us here. Now let the number represent 100. The number when decreased by 40% then becomes 60. Then therefore 100% will be 100 all over 40, then times our 60 here, we get 150. 100 divided by 40 times 60. How do we get that? 100 divided by 40 times 60. How do we get that? We can quickly divide. 20 here we give 2 here, yes, 20 can go. 20 here gives us 2, 20 in 100 here gives us 5. Okay, 2 here gives us 1, 2 in 60 gives us 30. Now 5 times 30, 5 times 0 gives you 0, 5 times 3 gives you 15. That's how we get 150 here. That's why we have this answer here, 150. I hope you understand the lesson. You can still go back through the slides again and go through. You can pause and go through it again for better understanding. Thank you and see you in the next